Hey there, it's me Red Knight and welcome back to Heyday. Now today's video is just a normal chat and play. I'm going to be going to both of my farms and enjoying myself. Now the first farm I'm going to start with is my big one, then later I head on over to my baby, then back to my big one again. And I won't even have to change my device because the new player ID makes it so much more useful. Now this is my new design, by the way. I've got a brand new house there. I'm rather pleased about the one. Cost me quite a bit of money because Maggie came as well. I'm doing a derby task at the moment for a boat, and there's a lot of visitors down there that require some help. So for me at the moment with my big farm, visitor task is not so important. It's my babyhood that I've just accepted a brand new help task. So I'm hoping that the actual visitors will show up on that one as well. Now ever since I connected with the player ID, I've got the ability on my main device to see my Facebook with both accounts. In fact, what I've actually done is on my second device as well is to also connect Facebook as well. And with the player ID, I don't have to worry about overwriting my farms, and now both of my farms are basically able to see the Facebook accounts that I've got. Now that's nice, especially when it comes to my friends, but one thing I have noticed is that when I'm on my big farm, I might see certain people requesting some help. But when I go to my baby farm, I don't see the same people. Now, that's a little bit strange for me. Excuse me. Now, why is that, I wonder? Is there a specific reason why I'm not seeing exactly the same help? Now, I thought it could be down to maybe the level of my farms. So, like my big farm is a level 116 as an example, my baby farm's just a level 55. So there's a big difference between the levels. But is that affecting my game, or is that affecting who shows up on my bar? Now, that would be perfect if it were that case, but then again, a lot of high-level players, when they're requesting help, it's also revives as well. So is the game picking and choosing who I can or can't see? Or maybe there's another issue that I might not have considered. So is it because Facebook is connected technically to the one farm, but not really to the other? But it's still showing me the friends because I'm using the actual Heyday ID. Now, this is why I'm asking you guys. Now, when you're actually looking at the help tasks and you're jumping between your 2, 3 or 4 farms that you've got, are you seeing the same help requests? Now, I know previously with my baby farm, when I had a help task to do, it was really challenging because I was limited to my friends book only, or the few people that had friended me or followed me as an example, or the ones that I found in the newspaper. Now, it was still possible to do a lot of help tasks. I'm basically looking for bushes that need reviving, or trees as an example, but I do trucks, or sorry, boats as well. Now with the new player ID, I've actually got the ability to now see my Facebook for both my farms. So it's making it certainly a lot easier for doing these tasks. But the question is, why am I not seeing the same help tasks on both farms? So please, if you've got an answer to that one, let me know. Is it because of the level? Is it because maybe one is just not connected, or maybe it is? I'm not sure. Okay, right now you've seen that I've got some boosters there. You've seen that I've actually thought about the booster that I want to take. Now I've just taken a booster there in relation to experience points. But for me as such, okay, I need to think about raising money now within the game. Now I'm using the helpers, I like them, but again the helpers for my baby farm do limit my actual ability as well, especially in relation to the storage. So I need to level up a lot more to be able to get the maximum benefit out of these people. But I also need to start thinking about buying new machinery. And buying new machinery is going to cost me a lot of money. We've also got Maggie as a new addition within the game, and that's a lot more coinage as well. Now, at the moment, okay, I'm a level 55, so there's not a lot of benefit I'm going to get out of Maggie in relation to the services that she's offering. But I can really use the helpers, and I can really use more machines. So I need to start thinking about my playing style. Now, I've been playing this baby farm technically for 2 years, because I've got the 2-year statue. Came as a bit of a surprise for me. That came during my live stream, and I really was like, whoa, I didn't realize that I've been playing for 2 years. But Yes, 2 years with my second device, and I'm only level 55. So unless there was a mistake, I'm really, really slow. But then again, I've never been in much of a rush anyway, and my main farm has always been my main focus. But then again, now that I've got the two farms with the player ID, I can give my baby farm a lot more loving as well. So that's a great benefit I'm finding with having this player ID. It allows me to switch between my farms very easily, and I don't have to carry two devices. Now, I've never been really keen on carrying more than one electrical device in my bag. Now, having two iPads is fantastic. I would often leave one at home, take one to work with me, use that one. Okay, I've got a pocket Wi-Fi, so I don't need to be concerned about using local Wi-Fi areas. I can just access it anytime. In fact, actually, what I'm finding now by having the player ID, my Wi-Fi is getting a lot more work out because I'm now playing two farms. In fact, I'm probably playing more of the Supercell games because I can actually access more than one game on my device. So I'm having to charge my iPad a lot more as well because I'm draining that one. So it's kind of cool. But I think the biggest benefit for me as well with the player ID often relates to the fact that when I'm live streaming or making my videos, I can now freely switch between them, and I haven't got to be concerned about cutting or editing my videos too much, especially when you're switching between devices. Okay, but I've digressed slightly. Now, with my baby farm at the moment, okay, I need to start making a lot more money. I need to be selling a lot more items, so you're probably going to find a lot more resources in my roadside shop. So do make sure you're coming back more often to actually have a look at my roadside shop and giving me your coinage when you're buying my items for full price. Now, I can't guarantee that I will sell you the items that you do want, but every time I make something now, you're probably going to find that I've put half of that product in the roadside shop and I've kept half in my actual storage. If anything, I'm liking that playing style. Now, my question for you guys is, what is your playing style? With Maggie, has it changed? Have you found now that you need more coinage, so you're selling a lot more and you're keeping less in your stock? Have you found that with the ability to use the player ID and having a new farm, you're actually focusing less on your main farm and focusing more on your baby farm? So if you're focusing on a new farm as an example, which is kind of awesome, there's more farms now being added, so that means more opportunities for me to interact with more people. Are you now progressing slower than you were originally? Are you making a lot more coinage within the game? Are you selling to yourself? Actually, I find selling to myself is a bit of a problem now. My issue with the Facebook stops me from actually coming back to my farm a little bit smoother than I would having the two devices. Now, if I have my two devices, I can basically hover and then add my items and buy quickly. With the player ID, it's not allowing me to jump to my farm quick enough to purchase those items before someone jumps in. So I would like at some stage for Heyday, now with this new player ID option, to give us a trading tray where we can actually add people's player IDs into that, or maybe a kind of code or something like that, where we can link people to that tray and then we can trade freely with them. This would also make it easier for me to sell to myself, as an example. I know I want to, I really, really do. Right, but making coinage is my main focus. Maybe now building up my diamonds again is just as important. Now, by the way, everybody, I love Maggie. Now, I know a lot of people are not really keen on her because of the issue of the coinage, the diamonds, and the vouchers. But like I said, it's designed technically for the higher level players. And I'm seeing a lot of high level farms now where they are incorporating some wonderful new farmhouses, and they're changing them as well. So we've had two opportunities now to change our designs, and I've gone back to some of those same farms again, and they've got new designs. So it's nice to see people actually changing. Now, a lot of the lower level players can't. Okay, there's the cost issue, so you are going to have to make a lot more money. But don't worry, okay, you've got the ability in the future to use Maggie. Now, she comes every Monday. Okay, she stays for 3 days, she goes away, comes back for another 3 days. goes away, comes back, so you do have that chance once a week to use her services. But if you don't want to, it's fine, just ignore her, leave her alone, and she will just stay there at the side. Now, I actually had an interesting question that my friend posted on my YouTube account as well. Now, he says he loves the idea of Maggie, but he doesn't like Maggie as a character down by the side there, and he'd rather have had a shop. Now, in some ways, I kind of agree that might have been a nice addition. She could have had her own shop within the town. Then within the town, maybe we could have used her there. But I think that would have been a little bit different from the town style function, because that's more visitor focused. Whereas a shop just across the road would have been like another stand as an example. But then again, why would you need a shop across the road? You've already got Tom there sleeping. A house or a building would have clashed, I think. Now, I actually approached it in a different way with my reply to him. I said, if anything, Heyday is very character based. If you think of the characters within the game, you've got the woodsman, he comes there, that's basically a Greg, comes and chops down. So it's a character, not a actual stand that gives you the ability to make wood or whatever else. Someone comes and chops down your trees for you. You've got to hire his services, you can ignore him or not, the choice is yours, comes and goes. Same with Tom. Tom is a character that lies there by the side of the road, he's there permanently. Again, it's just a character that sits there. Some people use him, some people don't. But again, the character has been there a long time and we've kind of gotten used to it. We've got the new characters up on the hill, the two helpers, so the old couple that are there. Fantastic addition, they get their own house. Now maybe that might have been nice to have some buildings up there on the top, so I can see the concept of maybe having the builder as a building up on the top of the cliff face there. But in many ways, I think that would have clashed as well. I think maybe having a builder's building up there would have detracted from the feeling that I get. It's kind of like a retirement area. So you've got this old couple up there that are nicely situated there. They're serving you, they do your jobs for you, and it's kind of like a retirement house. So as you look at the screen, you can see that house there now, and I think another building up there for a builder would have not gone so well. Now, coming back to Maggie, she's like another character within the game. She's a character that is there. She's got her own little workstation, just like Tom has his little tray as well. So I think after a while we will get very used to her being there, and she will just become another background character that comes weekly, just like the daily activity of the Wheel of Fortune, just like the tickets you get for the movies as well. So just something that's additional there that you have a choice to use or not. Now, I understand there's the cost issue, okay, but again, I think as players again become used to her services, any issues that we do have there will digress or move off to the side. Now, I'm actually hoping that the next set of changes within the game will affect a couple of different things. I really do want some more changes within the town. I know a lot of people have asked for it. I've even seen an interesting post on the Heyday forum as well that relates to, again, the user interface. Now, last year's updates had a really strong emphasis on the town, and a lot of the changes with the user interface were really good. But I think there's some more tweaking still needed to be done there. For example, I would love to see the ability to sort the passengers. Now, I do know that one of the changes last time was to have the passengers in visitor order. Now that's great if you're doing a visitor task, you can see how many visitors you need. But I also like doing the building task, so I would love to be able to shuffle and maybe have the option of seeing it as a visitor but also seeing it as a building. So you never know, maybe Heyday might incorporate that as well. Please do so. There's also that all tab. Now, no offense, but I really am not keen on that all tab at all. I can't really see much of a benefit there. Now, it doesn't start off there, it starts off with the idle tab, which is great. Now, if I had the ability to shuffle the characters within that all tab, so I can quickly see what I've got or haven't got, I can see how many buildings or maybe how many visitors or how many visitors are done or not done. If I had the ability to shuffle within that, it could be kind of useful for me to plan what I want to do without having to go through the other tabs. So I can see that all tab as an option there. Now, speaking of tabs as well, what I'd love to do in the future is, as Maggie develops, to see the ability to do some more customizations. Now, at the moment, Maggie's giving us the option to update our farmhouse. Fantastic. We can update our truck. Perfect. Roadside shop as well. But imagine if there was another tab added there to update your neighborhood house. So maybe in the future, the customizations could expand, and it looks like there's space there as well with Maggie services to maybe give us the ability to customize our neighborhood houses. Would you like to see that as well? If so, let me know in the comments below as well. What would your impression be to customize that neighborhood house a little bit more? Now, as you start serving your hoodies, you've got the ability within one of your achievements to upgrade like the fence and the gate as an example, and it gives you that ability to make it a little bit more beautiful. But I would like to see maybe more customizations there, excuse me, as a future update. Now, in addition to that, I'm also thinking of the town. Now, I love my town buildings, but again, oh my god, if we could customize those designs as well. I would love to be able to have like a pink town or a blue town or a green town, maybe to completely redecorate. I see the ability for Maggie digressing into the town as something wonderful later. Now, the reason I think this way is, like, as an example, like Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans has the builder option within the main base, but they've also got that area across the sea where the builder also interacts as well. So you've got the Clash of Clans builder there with the ability to redesign and change. Now imagine if our builder could do the same thing. Actually, with the two builders, I wonder if they're brother and sister or related in some way. Have to have to think about that one. So maybe there's some kind of builder community that they do belong to. That could be kind of cool. Now, I know another Maggie option I might think would be, or I think could be, a nice addition in the future. Now we get the characters within the game. Imagine if Heyday also introduced some new characters that were interactive within the background of the game. So like we've got the foxes, like we've got the frogs, like we've got the birds. Imagine if we had some characters that would move around your farm, do specific things within your farm. Now you could pick and choose with Maggie the kind of additional characters you would like to have. Maybe there would be some men or women. You could customize their clothing or their features or facial looks. It's something that may be nice, may not be. Like I said, the game is very character based, but could it be a good option or not? Now, speaking of updates, in the last update we also had a load of new products. Now, I'm kind of pleased about that as well. It gave us a lot of new products for existing machinery that I felt really did need it. So I'm glad the jeweler's got a new one. I'm glad the candy machines are now being used a lot more. I'm glad there's more pasta. Now there's an opportunity again with some of the other machines to get a little bit more. Now, not only for the lower level players, specifically more for the intermediate level players, I think we need some more products that they could aim for and start building as well. But my main concept for new products is not for the lower level players. I'm not thinking level 100 or lower. I'm actually thinking of level 100 and higher. Now, Heyday strongly request, this is a strong request, literally, I would please ask you to start thinking about level 100 and above, 150, 200, 250, 300. We're starting to see a lot of more players going up into this area now within the game. If I look at my friends bar once it loads up, I'm seeing a lot more players reaching those higher thresholds. Now there's still thousands or millions of people that are a low level within the game. They're always like lower than level 100, but it's those long term or faster players that need something new to go for. So I'm really hoping that the next update that's coming out roughly around June, maybe July time, if we think of the rough update periods. Now I'm not sure if that's going to happen, by the way, because the last update was slightly delayed because this was a really big change. Now I know the Heyday team is working on the next update. I can't tell you the direction it's going. I can speculate like I'm doing now. Maybe new products, maybe new machinery, maybe new decoration, maybe changes in the town, maybe changes in the fishing area, maybe changes on the farm. There's lots of concept possibilities there, but I would definitely like to see a lot of additions within the game for the higher level players. It's something that I think is really needed. Now, if you are watching this video and you've been listening to what I've been saying at the moment, maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. Now, don't just hit the thumbs down mark, hit the thumbs up mark. That's nice. I like that. It's really nice if you do give me your feedback that way. But what I really want everybody is for you to actually comment below the video. Okay, I want to see more interaction there. Now I'm going to try and do a lot more replies, and I've been doing a lot more recently to some of the comments I've been getting, specifically because of Maggie as well. That's one factor that's influenced a lot of the replies I've been doing, because a lot of people have been asking for help, or how do I do this, what do I do here, and I'm going to try and make some more videos that relate to Maggie as well a little bit later, especially creating a new farm using the new player ID as well. But let me know below the video, okay, your thoughts. What kind of changes would you like to see? Now remember as well that I'm just a content creator. I don't actually work for Heyday, but I do know that they look at my comments on my videos, and I do know that they watch my videos as well. Now sometimes maybe they might not agree with me and vice versa, but that's fine. We all have our different views and opinions, and I will debate it with everybody. But what I would ask you also to do is to join the Heyday forum. Now if you join the Heyday forum, my name over there is Ranger. I don't use Red Knight because I've kind of kept them separate, even though I'm the same person. But if you join the forum, you've got that wonderful section of ideas, and there's also the service and support. There's also a lot of other posts down there as well. Now the Heyday update was actually linked to the Facebook, and that drove a lot of people over to the Heyday forum, but not everybody joined. Now it's all very well going to have a look and reading the posts, but I'm asking that you also please do join it as well and interact with people on that. Now Facebook posts are fantastic. I like them. I think it's a great service. But again, there are certain limitations in relation to what the Heyday team does look at. With the actual forum, it's much easier for ideas to be seen and discussed individually as an idea. On the Facebook, as an example, there's a lot of great ideas written down that are passed over, but sometimes the conversations go backwards and forwards between different kinds of views and opinions, and it's too random. Now, if you want to discuss things in another way, I also recommend the Heyday Reddit. Now, I interact there sometimes. I don't always post there because for me, Reddit is not something I'm always comfortable with. But there are a lot of people out there that love Reddit. And if you have that on your device, why not go to the Heyday part there as well and post there, interact there, discuss things a lot more? Because the Reddit community is good for discussing things. And I do know that the Heyday team is there with their moderators looking as well, so make sure you head on over to that one. There's also Discord, there's also the Heyday Wiki. Now the Heyday Wiki is a great resource if you haven't already been over there, especially related to the fishing area. Now for me, the fishing area is a great place to make a lot of lures and also to catch a lot of fish and get a lot of diamonds. But which fish for which spot, you need to use the Heyday Wiki. It's one of the best resources for telling you what size circle, what size lures, etc. for that one. Right, now how's my farm doing? Let's get back to that one as well. So I've kind of been chatting a lot. Now I've gone to a town task at the moment. There's 22 trains to be done. Now there is a town task on at the moment, and that one's actually worth 10 diamonds. Now we've got about 17 hours or so I think left on the clock on that one, but it's 10 diamonds. Now 10 diamonds may not seem like a lot, but quite often these events are only 5 diamonds. So this time it's a 10 diamond option. Now all you need to do is technically to get to the threshold, but then again we also need to actually progress a lot further. Now, if we can actually do this town event and we can actually get the global total, which is 125 million, then we can do this one. We can get those diamonds. Now, we've got 16 hours and 26 minutes left on the clock. That's it. Only 16 hours and 26 minutes to get them done. Now, in the video, I've got 8 of 22 trucks done there for my baby farm. Now, if I think about my big farm, so far out of the 80 I need to do to get all of the thresholds, I've done 76. So I've got 4 more to actually do to get my last threshold prize, but we still need another 19 million within the next 16 hours. So come on everybody, get your fingers out and get that town going. Now, I know many of you are actually saving your towns for a derby task, and I know it can be really good, but forget about the derby task. I don't like to say this usually, but literally forget about the derby task. Go on over to your town and start servicing those visitors and turning them around. You'll be surprised how much experience points that you can actually gain from doing a derby task or a regular task within the town. The building return for experience is so good and will allow you to level up very nicely. The coinage as well from a town is fantastic. Now, reputation points, you've got a bit of a challenge there. There's a lot of reputation points to be gained. The actual visitors don't give that much, but a town task is really good for the rewards. A town task is good for XP, and a town task is good for coinage. So do spend a little bit of time there within the next few hours or so, working your way towards actually claiming all of those prizes. And I mean, everybody, get in there now, because now is a wonderful chance. Diamonds as a main prize, threshold rewards as well, and the ability to make a lot of money. And I must admit, my town task is progressing my experience on both my baby farm and my big farm very quickly indeed. And I mean really quickly indeed. So for example, if I think about my town at the moment, I'm up to 4,396 of 39,000, level 29 on my town already for my big farm. Coinage wise, okay, in the video I'm not so high, but on my big farm at the moment it's 2,905,000. If I quickly switch over to my baby farm now and have a look while I'm playing outside of this video, let's have a quick look. So come on, log out. Now we're going to log out that, confirm. Oh, this Supercell ID is so useful indeed. Go into my second account. Oh, and please everybody, stop registering your farms with my email addresses. Register your own farms with your own email addresses, seriously, please, because you keep sending me codes to get your farms on my device. Now, I love that option. I'm so pleased that you want me to have your farms and you want me to take all of your resources. You want me to actually transfer all of your products to my farm. But please stop using my emails to register your farms and stop sending me your codes, because I'm not actually going to give you the codes. Well, actually I should. I think probably if I give you the code, you'll register your farms to my email addresses and then I can just raid your farms. So if you want me to do that, every time someone registers their farm to my email, I will give you the code that gets sent to me, and then I will just take your farms, empty them out, and then just delete your farm afterwards. How does that sound? I won't, seriously, I won't. I'm not that horrible a person. But please stop using my farm codes. Use your own emails. Now, you'll see in the video at the moment, I'm on 122,000 of 212, currently on 165,000. You'll see there it's 2,534, but I'm now on 3,092. Coin is there 38,000, and I'm up to 101,000 already. So like I said, the town task is really doing me nicely for this current event at the moment, and I'm really pleased about that one. Really am. For my baby farm, by the way, for my actual task, I'm on 34 of the 80 at the moment, so I'm probably not going to get the 80 done, but I'm trying my hardest as well, and I really am enjoying this one a lot. But it is a little bit challenging. It really is a little bit challenging. But for those of you out there that do enjoy the town, come on, you can do it. It's a good one to do, a good one to make a lot of money within the game. Right, now switching back over to my farm again, let's have a look. So there's my 2 IDs. Like I said, please stop using my email addresses. It's crazy. Right, now my boat's still not there. Let's go and help. So coinage, coinage, coinage. Umming and ahhing. Newspaper, let's have a look. Okay, nothing really much there that I want. Those pumpkins are still causing me an issue. I really wish I could get rid of those pumpkins. So I'll be glad when they've actually disappeared from the newspaper. Now, are those pumpkins still a leftover from the last event, or is there something I've got within my game that's still trying to give me pumpkins? Because I really don't want them. I don't want those pumpkins. I really don't. So, Heyday, can we get rid of them pretty, please? So, I don't want pumpkins anymore. Oh, I love the pumpkins, but no more pumpkins is my request. Please, get rid of the pumpkins. Then I'll be very happy, bunny. Okay, right, well that's me, Red, signing off for the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave my game as it is, just keep playing it as well. But I will be back in another video, or maybe on my live streams. Now, if you remember, if you want to join me on my live streams, I play every Tuesday and every Friday, depending on my family and work situations, of course. Now, for Tuesday, I usually start around 9 o'clock in the morning and finish at the latest 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's many hours for you to interact with me. Now, if you want to get your farm reviewed, if you want to buy expansion materials, if you want to just chat, or even to come and see what other people are talking about as we play every Tuesday, please do so. Now, I also stream on Fridays. Now, on Fridays, I start around 3 or 4 o'clock and I go till about 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. So depending on your time zone around the world, you can either catch me on Tuesday mornings or you can catch me on Fridays. Now, I live in Japan. Okay, you'll see my address coming up any moment now. So you can actually send me a letter in the post or a postcard, because I love postcards, by the way. Maybe even send me some pictures or drawings of your farm as well. Or maybe some glitter in an envelope that gets sprinkled all over my computer. Actually, no, don't do that. Once was enough. But do write to me in Japan. But my stream times are Japan based, and if you would like to watch me, please adjust those times for yourself. Okay, this is my actual goodbye message now. This is the link to my account. If you want to come and watch my videos or subscribe to my channels, please do so as well. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and remember to like my videos, comment especially below. But I will see you next time, so take care, goodbye, and I'm out of here. See y'all. Bye bye.